What's up guys, we're here. So for this DIY video, we'll be replacing the fuel filter of the 8th generation Hilux Conquest or N80 Hilux. So the steps will be pretty much similar to the Fortuner and any other diesel SUV or pickup. So to get started, here are the things that you'll be needing. So first of all, the fuel filter. So make sure to get the correct one for your vehicle, and then pliers and perhaps a flathead screwdriver, a shop towel or rag to clean up the mess around the fuel filter housing, and then gloves to protect our hands. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing to do is locate your fuel filter. So for the Innova, Hilux, and Fortuner, it will be located at the driver's side for left-hand vehicles, right beside the engine. And then second, put shop towel or rags around the fuel filter housing so that when we remove the hoses connecting to it, it will catch the diesel or the fuel. And then grab your pliers and start removing the hose clamps. So there's one right here, another one here, and then right here. So grab your pliers, just pinch the ends of that hose clamp and move it away from where it was. And now for the difficult part. So once you have removed the hose clamps, it's time to disconnect the hoses from where it was connected. So if you're having a hard time, like for example this one's very stubborn, it won't come off easily even if you use force. Just try to wiggle it out. So use your pliers, wrap a rag or shop towel around it. Just wiggle it for a few times. One thing I forgot to mention, make sure to take a picture of this one and memorize where all of the hoses and cables and wiring goes into, so that you won't mismatch once you have installed it again. So after disconnecting the hoses, remove this cable right here. So just pull it to the side along this cavity right here so that you could remove it. Just like that. Alright, so once you have removed those, time to pull up the whole fuel filter housing. Just make sure that there's nothing connected anymore before you pull it out. So for the cable right here, it will be much easier if you pull it up first, then disconnect it. Alright. So for this one, just pull the hose out and you have your whole fuel filter out from the engine bay. And then also disconnect this one right here at the bottom. So for this one, just pinch this little tab right here, similar with the one that we disconnected earlier. So make sure to have a pan so that you could pour over the diesel into that pan. Just like that. And then on the housing itself, as you can see right here, there's an arrow on the top, there's an arrow on the locking ring, and then there's an arrow right here at the bottom. So take note of that orientation. So when we put it back, make sure to line all of this up so that when you put the hoses, it's on the correct spot. So after that, make sure that you disconnect all of the cables from top to bottom. You'll open this one. So going there, there's an arrow. Just follow the arrow right here to open the fuel filter housing. Oopsie. So you might need a friend to help you out. And just pour the excess diesel. Shit, we made a whole lot of mess. Anyway, disregard the mess. Looking at our fuel filter, it's actually quite still clean. So that's at 40,000 kilometers or 37,000 kilometers to be specific. And of course, don't forget to clean up the fuel filter housing. So take your time cleaning it. Also clean the exterior so that when we put it back, no contaminations or contaminants will be pushed into this hose fittings or where the hose goes in. Alright. Alright, so grab our new fuel filter. So whenever you buy a fuel filter, there's an O-ring included. So make sure to remove the O-ring from the fuel filter housing. So you might need a flathead screwdriver, but for my case, no need. Throw that away. So make sure to compare the old and new one. Pretty much one spot. As well as the fuel filter itself. So it matches. So we're all good. So here's a quick comparison of a new fuel filter versus the old fuel filter. Alright, so grab the fuel filter, place it in there. Then of course don't forget the O-ring. So I like to coat it with a thin, very thin layer of oil so that it will seal properly and be easier to remove next time. And then install it into the fuel filter housing. So right here. Alright, so we're all good. Then just put back the top part. Once we're all good, time to reconnect the top and bottom part of the fuel filter housing. So take note of the arrows that I mentioned earlier. So make sure to line those up. So we have the arrow right here. Line that up with this one and later on with the locking ring. Just press it in, make sure that it's seated properly before you lock it. So make sure to look at the gaps on the top part and the bottom part before you lock it. So it's already seated properly. We just press it down on like a railing, a ramp, and then press it down to evenly distribute the pressure and make it sit properly. Then just lock it. So turn it clockwise. And make sure to line up those arrows as well. Alright, so we got it there. So make sure to watch out for that clicking sound. So if it clicks, you're all good. So before you put it back, make sure to reconnect this wiring or socket right here at the bottom. So once you hear it click, you're all good, and slide it in. So this part is facing towards you, to the outer side of the vehicle, then slide it in. Before that also, reconnect this one as well. We'll reconnect it once we have slightly put it here, and then slide the whole thing down. So make sure that the railings are properly aligned when you're putting it down or sliding it down. Alright, we're all good. And then just don't forget this cable as well. Slide it up. So make sure to clean this up before you put back the hoses. So we'll leave this one right here so that we could bleed the fuel filter before we start the engine and reconnect this. And also don't forget to put more rags right here because it will spill fuel or diesel. Alright, so to bleed this or prime the fuel filter, So just pump this, the button on the top part of the fuel filter, to build a little pressure from the inside or inside. Block the outlet, the one going to the engine, with your finger, then pump this, and then release that pressure, pump again, and keep doing that until diesel comes out from the outlet. Alright, so we got diesel, so just give it a few more pumps to make sure that it's already primed. And once we got diesel coming out from there, do a last cleaning and then insert the hose and give it a few more pumps so that the hose or this line is primed with diesel until this goes hard or it's difficult to press it. So just keep pressing until you feel that it became stiff or hard to press, like this. And we're already good. And just don't forget to put back the hose clamps. Now time to start the vehicle to make sure that everything is correct. Now, if you still have a replace fuel filter warning on your dashboard right here, then this is what you'll do. Turn off the engine or turn off the ignition. Then disconnect this wiring right here. After disconnecting that, just press this twice to turn on the ignition of the vehicle. Don't start the engine. And then while the ignition is on, reconnect it. And then once you have reconnected, time to start the engine. And the warning should be gone on your gauge or your multi-information display. So once the animation is done, there should be no warning right here. So that's how you reset the replace fuel filter warning or light on your Hilux or Innova and Fortuner. Alright, and there you have it. The vehicle started, meaning that we did the correct thing in replacing the fuel filter. So here in the Philippines, I would recommend to replace the fuel filter every 40,000 kilometers. And if you're refueling from different gas stations, then I would suggest to do it every 20,000 kilometers, just to be sure, because repairing the common rail diesel system and replacing the fuel injectors is way expensive than replacing the fuel filter. So I hope you find this video helpful. Don't forget to like and share this and subscribe if you haven't, so that you'll be updated on our upcoming DIY videos and other car related content. So guys, thanks for watching and see you on the next vid. Bye!